What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Olá a todos, bem-vindos ao meu canal. If you're new here, my name is Vilma and today I'm going to be sharing with you my summer powder foundation routine. I've mentioned in previous videos that summertime, if the weather is above 25 degrees, I really do not enjoy wearing liquid foundation because I have combination to oily skin. Everything melts off my face, so I prefer 100% to either not wear makeup or foundation or just wear powder foundation. And the one that I'm going to be using today is the Bare Minerals Matte Formula. I've done a review on this foundation a good 3 years ago. I'm still loving this foundation so much. I think it's one of the best powder foundations out there for any skin type. They also have the original formula, but because I have combination to oily skin, I use this one. So all the products that I'm going to be using are inside this box. I do hope that you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. If you're interested in knowing which skincare I use to prep my skin prior to applying all these products, make sure to check the info bar below because everything will be listed there for you. Now, because I am using a powder foundation, any cream products that I would use or you would use, you need to apply them before the powder foundation. That is just the rule. And I'm going to conceal. I'll be using the Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline. I have this either in shade nude or light, I can never remember, but I absolutely love it. And as I said, you need to apply this before you apply your powder foundation so it doesn't look cakey, because the powder foundation is also going to set the concealer in place and it's not going to budge. Now that my concealer is blended in, I'm going to be applying my foundation, and that will also set the concealer. The brush that I love to use with this foundation is by e.l.f. and it's called the Ultimate Blending Brush. I love the fact that it's dense but it's not too big, and it works really well. Now, if I've not mentioned in the beginning of the video, I've done a full review 3 years ago on this foundation, so make sure to check the info bar below or up here in the I button and you will find the full review. Now, the shade that I have, before I forget, because I always get asked this question, is Golden Medium W20. This is perfect for summer. This shade is not perfect for me in the winter, so I can only use this in the summer. I'm an NC30 by MAC, but you will find in the info bar below also foundation shades to match. Now, the foundation is in here and you have a lock mechanism right there. And then I just put some foundation on the cap, not too much because I'm going to work in sections. If you apply too much of this foundation, it can just deposit too much product in one area. And because we are working in sections, you don't want to apply too much. So I'm just going to swerve my brush in here to get all the product. And then I'm going to tap any of the excess foundation and I'm going to start blending it in. Now with this foundation, guys, the more you blend, the better it will stay on your skin. I find that it can start with sheer coverage all the way to medium, and it just gives the most beautiful coverage for those of you who have really oily skin and you want a foundation that looks like skin but also gives you coverage, and it's not going to break out on your, or make your skin break out, better saying, whatsoever. This is definitely a foundation to try. So I'm going to grab a little bit more, and just keep in mind this is a foundation that you need to buff. So make time in the morning. If you don't have a lot of time, you need to make time for this foundation, because if you don't blend in properly, it's just not going to look as nice. So now that I've achieved the coverage that I was looking for, which is a solid medium plus, because I don't have full coverage, I love how it looks. It looks very even. It matches me perfectly. I absolutely love this foundation, guys. I'm gonna move on to bronzer, and I'm gonna be using the Hourglass, I keep forgetting the name. It's a Radiant Bronze Light, which looks like this, just to bring a little bit color to my skin because it's quite flat at the moment. So just a little bit of dimension will help this foundation look even better on the skin. And I love this bronzer. This is like my favorite bronzer for summer. It just gives me that J-Lo glow that I absolutely love on her. Doesn't really replicate all that well on me, but I love it. I like to wear this bronzer on my eyes as well, so I'm just going to apply a little bit. I just love how the look comes together by using the bronzer on my eyes, because I'm going for a natural everyday look, and this is what I've been using for work, and it works really, really well. Now moving on to blush, I'm still using the Milani Luminoso blush because I love it so much. It's like my favorite blush in the summer. I try to use other ones, but I just love how this one makes my cheeks look really pretty and glowy. Moving on to brows, I'm going to be using the Perfectly Defined Brow Pencil by Bobbi Brown in the shade Sable. You guys know the drill. I absolutely love this. I've mentioned it on my favorites video very recently, which will be linked in the info bar below for you guys. But I just love how quickly I can do my brows every morning with this. It's long wearing, so perfect for summertime as well. Brows done. Moving on to mascara, I'll be using the Lancome Miss You Big mascara, which I've been loving so much. I tend to skip eyeliner at the moment because I feel like for every day in the morning I already waste so much time applying powder foundation that I just move on straight to mascara. I also feel like if I don't have the eyeliner, my lashes stand out a little bit more because they're not very long. They're not short either, they're kind of like in the middle. So I feel like without eyeliner, my eyelashes kind of like stand out a little bit more, and they look super cute and full with this mascara right here. Typically on a day-to-day basis, I wear a balm, but today I'm going to go for a more juicy, fuller lip. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty Glow Lip Gloss, which I absolutely love. This is a universal color. If you've not seen my review on this, along with one of their highlighters and the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation, I will link to that video in the info bar below or up here in the I button. But I really like this formula because it's not sticky. It's actually quite moisturizing and it lasts for several hours, and I highly recommend. So because I'm using a powder foundation, I definitely need to use kind of like a spray just to take that powdery finish. I would go for a MAC Fix Plus, but unfortunately mine is finished. But I'm using this spray right here, which is a mineral water spray by Vichy. It works really well, super inexpensive, £7 at Boots, and I highly recommend this product as well. You can use it throughout the day, and you can use it as well prior to applying your makeup. So here is the finished look. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video and also like the overall finish of my makeup. This is what I've been rocking every day since the weather has become quite warm. Let me know in the comments below what type of foundation do you wear in the summer, whether you wear a liquid or powder foundation, and if you do wear powder foundations, what would you recommend for me to try in the future, because this is the only one I've tried and I absolutely love. I'm obsessed with it. But let me know if there's anything else out there that you guys would like for me to try. Stay tuned for future videos. I think my next one will either be about curly hair or maybe another Zara haul. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.